And a good evening from San Antonio, Texas, and the joint base here in Lackland. It's time for the 2017 Armed Forces Basketball Championships. Continuing on with game number 3 here on day 3, and it's a battle of teams looking for their first victory. The Marines and Navy coming in at 0-1 each. Talk about more of that here in just a moment. Right now, let's get to the starting lineups. We will start with Navy and head coach 04 Micah Bonner. He starts at one guard. It's number 3, E4 Derek Sumter. At another guard, it's number 5, E4 Markel Delancey. And up front today for Navy is number 12, E4 Troy Snyder. Number 15, 03 Mark Avisi. And number 24, E4 Akeem Anderson. Starting today for the Marines and head coach Master Gunnery Sergeant Alonzo Higginson. At one guard, number 5, First Lieutenant Kevin Alter. At another guard, it's number 11, Corporal Brian Baptiste. Up front today for the Marines, number 3, Sergeant Montonio Canan. Number 15, Lance Corporal London Lennon. And number 24, Corporal Domenico Jacobs. Glad you could be with us wherever you're watching from, folks. We've had much better luck with the internet today. Let's keep our fingers crossed, knock on some wood, that that trend continues here throughout the night. We anticipate that it will. So Navy falling to the Air Force 113-97. They were outshot 56% to 46%. Meanwhile, the Marines losing to Army 97-59. They were outshot 53% to 26%. The Marines got some looks in that game. They just did not fall. They were also minus 15 on the board, so seeing an offensive rebound like that from Lennon at the outset is a good sign if you're a fan of the Marines. But answering back is Anderson, Akeem Anderson, 8 points in the opening round loss as he gets Navy on the board 2-0. Marines did have 11 steals and 11 assists on 22 field goals, so that's some good news for the Marines. We'll see how they come out here today. Just underway. Lennon on the left side, 5 to shoot. Here's Baptiste, too strong off the glass. Lennon tried to follow it. Jacobs the offensive rebound. Here's Alter for 3, no. And the rebound controlled by Delancey. Delancey, 4 points on 2 of 7 in the opening loss. Sumter looking to throw it into Veazey, and it's a turnover. Alter gets it out. 4-on-1, and it was Baptiste, I believe, tying us up at 2 apiece. Veazey on the left post. The reverse is short. Anderson gets the rebound. Here's Snyder for 3. Off the back of the rim, Jacobs the board for the Marines. Jacobs. There's Baptiste. It's all swung over to Alter. Baptiste gets it back. Good ball movement at the outset for the Marines. Jacobs lost the dribble, but it was saved by Lennon. 10 to shoot now for the Marines. And it'll be Baptiste getting it to Kanan. Somebody's got to take it. Lennon, as the clock was at 1. Sumter with the rebound. How about the first game for Sumter? 33 points on 10 of 22 as Delancey gets the bucket. Delancey had 4 points, as I mentioned, but Derek Sumter, 33 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals. Jacobs is bumped, and we have our first foul of the game. Akeem Anderson will inbound as Lennon picks up the foul. So first foul of the game belongs to Navy. 2.5 minutes in. Driving in, Baptiste too strong. Baptiste had a rough shooting day, just 1 out of 12 against Army yesterday. Delancey will back it out now. Delancey guarded by Lennon, looks underneath for Veazey, and it was blocked. I believe Lennon got the block. Alter over to Kanan for 3, can't get it to go. Montanio Kanan, 1 out of 4 here in the tournament from behind the arc. Sumter, pass deflected, good defense by Kanan, but he threw it away. Delancey takes it right back. Kanan with another steal, and he gets the reward. Even at 4 here at the outset, Delancey brings it across the timeline and into the forecourt. Pass deflected, another steal. Jacobs bats it forward. Baptiste lays it up and in. So the Marines out to a 2-point lead. Timeout, Navy. We will step aside and come right back. Navy with the basketball out of the timeout. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you here in San Antonio. Game 3 of 4 here tonight. Delancey guarded by Alter out of the timeout. Man defense for the Marines. Snyder for Navy. Pull up is short, but gets the friendly bounce. So we're even at 6 apiece. Both these teams trying to avoid going to 0-2. They will meet again on Sunday at 3 p.m. Tomorrow, Navy plays Army at 5. Who's ready for some Army-Navy? Meanwhile, the Marines will take on the Air Force to start the day tomorrow at 1 p.m. Jacobs threw it away. It's a steal by Delancey. Into the forecourt, Snyder. Snyder, the reverse by Anderson. Navy back up. Akeem Anderson, 8.7 rebounds in the opener. From one of the great music towns in the country, Memphis, Tennessee. Kanan with the hand in his face, missed it front rim. So Delancey brings it into the forecourt. Snyder, yes. From the half circle. Snyder, who had 22 in the opening round, lost to the Air Force. Baptiste. Lennis on the reverse, can't get it to go. Anderson. Now Snyder into the forecourt. Snyder strong to the bucket, and it blocked by Kanan. Taken away by the Marines. Long throw for Kanan. Jacobs picks it up after it was almost thrown away. Here's a three by Alter. Couldn't get it to go. Alter just 3 out of 12 in the first game from behind the arc. All of his shots were threes. That's a three that does go in from Delancey. 7-0 run for Navy. They have a 7-point advantage. Timeout by the Marines. We will step aside. Thirteen to 6 in favor of Navy. Chris Shema, glad to be back with you. It'll be the Marines with the basketball. Don't forget, folks, you can use the live chat on YouTube if you want to chat with us. Usually pretty easy if you're using a laptop or a desktop. A little bit harder if you're on a mobile device or on like a Roku or something like that. But love to hear from you if you're out there. Alter for three. Yes. So Alter. Sumter now. Floats it off the glass, in and out. Kanan the rebound. Here's Alter. Jacobs from downtown, missed it short. Rebound controlled by Alter, fires another three. That one a little bit rushed. Isaiah the offensive rebound, and from the baseline, Kanan. Offensive rebounds and extra chances helping the Marines close the gap from 7 down to 2. Jones for three. Missed it back rim. It's Johnson the rebound. So Sergeant Jordan Johnson on for the Marines. Looking to pass to Kanan. Kanan right block. And gets it to go. So 7-0 runs back to back. First for Navy, now for the Marines. And we are even at 13. William Sadiq Arthur out there for Navy. Driving Anderson and throwing it down with the right hand, Veazey. Veazey, 16 points, 11 rebounds, a double-double in the loss to the Air Force. Jacobs to the bucket, banks it off the glass. Back and forth we go. Both games earlier today were close. Army and the Air Force. On the men's side, Air Force won by 3. On the women's side, Army won by 9. Easy. I believe they say he stepped out of bounds. For Navy, Troy Snyder checking back into the game. Coming out is Anderson. Alter into the forecourt. Jacobs on the far side of your screen, back to Alter. Bounce pass to Isaiah. That's Isaiah for 3. Rebound by Sumter. Gets it out. And the shot up no good by Jones. Jones underneath. Tied up. Gets rid of it out to Snyder. Snyder had his pocket picked by Isaiah. Alter. Kanan. Johnson gets it underneath. The reverse no good by Jacobs. And he lost it out of bounds. So the ball goes back to Navy. Coming back in, Lundell, Lennon. Dominic Moody out there for the first time for the Marines. Navy with the basketball, tied at 15. Just about 9 minutes in here in this first half. Sumter over to Snyder. Sadiq Arthur open and airballed it on the 3 attempt. Isaiah with the rebound. Moody into the forecourt. Left side Jacobs. Here's Johnson for 3. Too strong. Skying for the rebound is Snyder. So both teams in a bit of a cold spell here. Veazey. Sumter had it stripped out of bounds. So we'll stay on this end of the court. And it looks like a timeout's going to be called by the Marines. We will step aside once again. Out of the timeout, a sub for Navy. Brady Neeson are coming in for the first time. So Neeson out there, number 20 on your screen. Making his first appearance here in the tournament. Veazey gets the inbound. Neeson top of the key. Looking for Jones, it's a turnover. Johnson the steal. Johnson to the bucket. And he draws the foul. I mentioned if you want to check in, you can do so on the YouTube chat. I don't have a name for the person, but somebody said doing a great job broadcasting the games. Glad to be here. Voice is already starting to go, though, and it's only day 2, so I'm a little worried. Got to go home, get that tea, get that soup. First free throw up and in for Jordan Johnson, his first points of the game. 8 points for Kanan for the Marines. The Marines 7 out of 22. Navy at 44% from the field. But the Marines have a 2-point lead. Leading scorer 4 points apiece for Snyder, Veazey, and Anderson for Navy. That's your updated stats. Jones, Veazey up top, 12 to shoot. Midway through the first half, here's Delancey with 7. Pull up, and they call him for an offensive foul. So the ball goes back to the Marines. They lead by 2. These two teams will play again on Sunday at 3 p.m. Each team plays each other twice here in the round robin portion. That 3 ball by Isaiah is good. And the Marines lead by 5. Delancey. Here's Jones. Veazey. Back out to Delancey. Good ball movement. Snyder for 3. No. Veazey tried to tip it to himself, but it goes out of bounds off of Moody, so we'll stay on this end of the court. Chris Sheba, glad to be with you here in San Antonio, Texas. Jones the inbound. And that is going to be tipped by Moody. Boy, he got some hops to go up and try to get that. 3-ball by Neeson is no good. And here comes the Marines leading by 5. Isaiah trying to triple again. Not that time, though. Delancey with the board, and he'll look to push. Delancey driving right of the lane is fouled. That's the first team foul on the Marines. 3 on Navy. 2 subs on. Nehemiah Brady coming on for the first time here in the tournament. And back out there is Akeem Anderson. So Michael Bonner, the head coach, is going deep into his bench. Much more so than he did against Air Force, bringing in some guys who did not play in that first game. They have to change the time as the clock continued to run after the whistle. So 9:07 is the correct time left. Correction, it's going to be 9:15 remaining here in this first half. So Navy to inbound it, Brady. And offensive foul is called on Anderson. So pushing off. And I believe that will be team foul number 4. And it is. So Moody will bring it up. Dominic Moody, 6 points, 3 rebounds, and assists, and 2 steals in yesterday's game. Here's Isaiah for 3, his second. (23-15). Delancey, and an illegal screen as Anderson back-to-back possessions with fouls. That's 5 now on Navy. Brian Baptiste will inbound, set the 5 on the floor for you. Dominique Moody, number 1. Brian Baptiste, number 11. Also Kanan, Isaiah, and Lennon. That's the 5 for the Marines. Set the 5 for Navy here in a little bit. Sumter's come back into the game. He's guarding Isaiah. Moody falls down on the baseline. Good defense as it's stolen away by Brady. Here's Delancey leaving it for Anderson for 2, and that's the first points in some time for Navy. Baptiste looking for a screen to Kanan for 3. Off the back of the rim, tip for the rebound. Coming back in is Mark Veazey. So Veazey back out there. He joins for Navy, Brady and Sumter. Also Snyder and Delancey. That's the 5 on the floor for Navy. Sumter trying to get it going after that 30-plus point performance, but he turns it over. Isaiah on the run out. He's stripped and fouled by Brady. That's going to be 6 now on Navy, just 1 team foul on the Marines. They say he was in the act, so Isaiah goes to the line. DeJuan Isaiah had 15 points in the opening round loss against Army. One out of 2 from the charity stripe. Snyder that pass deflected, taken away. Kanan comes up with the steal. Alter. Isaiah for 3. Yes, again, his third three-pointer. And the Marines lead by 10. This is what we were talking about. You know, the shots just weren't falling for the Marines yesterday, and they are today. And they're out to a good start. Let's see if Sumter can get it going. Try to create something on his own here. It's Instead to Brady. Now Snyder. Snyder in the post, gets it out. VZ from right of the lane, gets it to bounce up and bounce in. Alter Baptiste driving. Isaiah fakes the three. Floater off the glass. No. Tipped for the rebound. And it's going to go out of bounds off of Lennon. Domenico Jacobs returning for the Marines, but first the timeout. 7 minutes left to go. Timeout for Navy. We'll step aside. Welcome back, everybody. 7 minutes on the clock. Good start for the Marines. Hi to Franco, who's watching on the YouTube chat, mentioning better defense today for the Marines by a long shot. And again, hitting those shots. Showing just a little trapping man pressure. And Brady is fouled by Jacobs. That's just team foul number 2 for the Marines. Derek Sumter will inbound. Sumter, I mentioned, played semi-pro last year in the CBA. That's the Central Basketball Association, not to be confused with the original CBA, the Continental Basketball Association. That was the one of the older leagues around. Brady comes off the bench. Nehemiah Brady from downtown. So the lead is from 10 down to 5. Baptiste, Kanan, can't get it. Good looking shot, just a little short. VZ the board, Sumter gets it out. Here's VZ from Delancey, yes. VZ's one of those players too that we don't talk enough about. 4 years at Navy, 6 points, 4 rebounds a game in 114 games, also over 100 blocks in his career. VZ 6'11". Three ball is short by Alter, put back in the lane by Lennon, no. Sumter the rebound. Sumter, it out to Snyder. Brady, over to Delancey. VZ, backwards. It's a 9-0 run for Navy just like that. It's a 1-point game. Here's Kanan, give and go, beautiful, Alter. That ends a 9-0 run. Navy into the forecourt, Delancey over to Sumter on the right side. Sumter looking for a screen. Sumter to Brady. In the corner, that's a three, and that's good from Snyder. We are tied at 29. Alter, too strong. Snyder the board. Delancey looking to push. Good job by the Marines getting back on defense. Snyder the step back short, and the rebound chased down by Jacobs. There's Alter into the forecourt. Past 4.5 to play here in this first half. Baptiste, and he's going to be fouled by Sumter. Just the third team foul on Navy. The Marines have 6. Coming in for Navy is Deonte Jones, and for the Marines, it's Corporal Sean Stewart on for the first time. The Marines, 6 returning players from last year's tournament. That's the most for any team, men or women's side. Baptiste, the free throw is up. The free throw is good. That was the 7th team foul for Navy. I think I reversed that, so I apologize there. So it is a 1-and-1 situation for Baptiste. One out of 2 from the charity stripe as the rebound's controlled by Cider. Here's Sumter into the forecourt. Jones on the far side. Veazey right of the lane. Veazey gets it back from Cider. The right wing jumper is no good, and Jacobs with the rebound. Baptiste will pull it out. Jacobs up top. Jacobs blocked, and a late whistle, but the correct call as he was fouled by Cider. You can hear the hack from here. So Jacobs goes to the line for 2. That's the 8th team foul on Navy. Marines by 2, 31-29. And 2 out of 2 makes the lead 3. Sumter into the forecourt. Gets it out to Jones. Yes! Deonte Jones was 2 for 5 yesterday from behind the arc. Gets his first here today. Now it's Jacobs to the bucket. Extra pass, Kanan with the bucket, but before that, a blocking foul is going to be called. So that'll send Jacobs to the line. Coming in for Navy is E6, Joshua Arnold. Again, making his first appearance here in the tournament. Troy Cider comes out. 9 team fouls now on Navy, so it's double bonus time over the final 3:15 for the Marines. Jacobs good on the front end. And got the second as well, 34-32. The Marines with the lead. Sumter. Oh, the pass just off. Veazey was all alone. He was ready to throw it down, but Arnold bounced past it out of bounds. Ball goes back to the Marines now. Jacobs running the floor. Jacobs banks it off the glass, but offensive foul before the shot. That's just the third team foul on the Marines, so they can stay aggressive over the final 2:47 here. Navy's already put the Marines in the double bonus. And it looks like we might have might have to inbound again. What spot on the court? I mentioned the weather outside. It's swampy out there, and it's going to be like that for the rest of the week. And it's nice and cool here in the gym, but there's only so much you could do. And There's been a lot of wet spots out on the court here today. Jones with the hand in his face, can't get it to go. Isaiah the rebound. Jacobs into the forecourt. Isaiah the extra pass. Three is good from Baptiste. Baptiste, who was just 1 of 12 and 0 of 4 from behind the arc yesterday. Shooting the ball much better, as is the entire team. Jones long on the three. Offensive rebound. Delancey, good hustle, and he'll go to the line. Team foul number 4 on the Marines. Marquel Delancey, 0 for 1 yesterday from the charity stripe. Played for Team USA for the Armed Forces in 2013, did Delancey. Last year in this tournament, averaging around 9 points a game, shooting 51% and about 4.5 rebounds. Oh, he airballed that one. Bad looking free throw, and the ball goes back to the Marines. Inside 2 minutes to play here in the opening 20 minutes. Kanan bang through the three-pointer, and it's an 8-point lead, the biggest of the night so far for the Marines. Well, the scoreboard here says 39-32. It must have been a two-pointer. So his foot must have been on the line as Navy answers right back. And 39-34 is what we'll go with. Here's a three, Kanan. Yes, and he's fouled. A chance for a 4-point play. VZ picking up the foul. And a sub for Navy as Troy Snyder comes back in for VZ. For the Marines, Wandell Lennon back out there as Sean Stewart comes out. Kanan looking for an old school. A rare 4-point play. Can't get it to go, though. Tipped rebound comes to Jones. Sumter. And then he threw that out of bounds. Into the forecourt, it's Baptiste. Isaiah to Lennon. Lennon over his defender, gets it to rim in. The Marines matching their biggest lead of the day at 10, 44-34. About a 13-second difference between game and shot clock. Kick ball there. Lennon with the kick. And it'll be Jones to inbound. Sumter drives in and lost it out of bounds, they say. Last touch by the Marines. So 14 to shoot, 23.6 left on the game clock. Snyder. And that shot was blocked out of bounds. The Marines begging for the call, but not getting it. And I do think it's the right call. It's hard to tell, bang, bang like that. Sumter for three, no good. So the Marines can hold for the final shot. Into the forecourt, Baptiste, 6 seconds left to go. Isaiah with 4. Lennon with 2 from the baseline. Missed it long, and the first half comes to an end. So the Marines take their biggest lead into the locker room. 44-34. Folks will go away for about 10 minutes. We'll come back and bring you the second half here in just a little bit. Don't go too far. Start of the second half, Marines leading by 10. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. As we're underway here in the second half, first half numbers, Navy out shooting the Marines, believe it or not, 46% to 40%. As you see Navy get on the board to start off this second half. The differences have been at the free throw stripe where the Marines go 8 for 11. Navy just 2 attempts. They missed them both. Navy also dominating the Marines on the glass, 28 to 16. 3-pointers have also been the difference. As you see Jacobs with a 3. The Marines have now hit 3 more 3-pointers. So it's just little things like that, plus Navy turning the basketball over 13 times in that opening frame. Big triple on the corner for Navy there by number 4. That's Deonte Jones. So 8-point game as it's raining threes here in the second half. Montonio Cannon with his second of the game. For Navy, here's Snyder trying to triple. Not that time as it goes out of bounds. So the Marines with the basketball, leading by 11. This is their biggest lead of the night. Cannon for 3. It's good again. The Marines did not win a game in last year's tournament. They went 0-7. Navy defeated them in the bronze game. Snyder fakes the 3 to the bucket. It's rejected by Lennon, who's got a little swagger to him here tonight. Their average margin of loss last year was 26.3 points. But it's 2017, not 2016. And this team looks very different. I said it yesterday, too, against Army. They didn't play a bad game. They got blown out by Army. But, I mean, really, that had a lot to do with missing shots. That was last touch by Snyder, so we stay on this side of the court. Jacobs to inbound it with 21 on the shot clock. Sit in the Lennon, back to Jacobs. Fakes the 3, drives in, looking for Lennon. The pass off the mark. Jones to steal. Navy looking to push, but sprinting back were the Marines on defense. Strong move by Delancey, counted in the foul. Navy needed that one. Another big key. Derek Sumter had 33 points for Navy in the first game yesterday. Sumter 0 for 4 today. He's got nothing. Troy Snyder had 22. Today he's got 7. So we've got a 30-second timeout. We will go away quickly and come right back. Back here in San Antonio, Texas, is the 2017 Armed Forces Men's Basketball Championship. Delancey is at the line for Navy. First team foul of the game was on the Marines, or of the second half, I should say. Delancey can't complete the 3-point play, but Jones able to take it away from the Marines. So Navy with an extra possession here. Sumter So Sumter and Cider combining for 55 points yesterday. Today they have a combined 7. Another turnover for Navy. Baptiste caught, and Alter throws it away. So back-to-back turnovers give the ball back to Navy. Navy and the Marines on the ladies' side will wrap up day 2 coverage for you at 7 o'clock Central Time, or 1900 hours, whichever you prefer. Delancey to the bucket for 2. So the lead is 10 again. This is Baptiste. Can't get it in the lane. Anderson the board. Sumter pushing. Here's Cider. Cider pull up in the lane, short on that one. Rebound to Lennon. Here's Alter. Baptiste gets it to Kanan. Jacobs right of the lane. Yes, with the hand in his face. Alter on the far side. Goes to the bucket, draws the foul, and he'll go to the line. So that's the second now on the Marines as Delancey goes to the line. Delancey 0 for 2, make it 0 for 3 as he has struggled from the charity stripe. Delancey 1 out of 2, and the lead is 11 for the Marines. Alter now to Isaiah. Lennon guarded by Cider, trying to post him up. Shot goes in and out. Cider the board. Left of the lane, the shot in and out. I believe it was Anderson. I got boxed out by the official. So here's Jacobs. Kanan. Isaiah. Now Alter. Alter pull-up 3. And he missed that one short. Cider in the corner, chasing it down. Anderson up top, Cider right side, Delancey fakes the 3. Good ball movement for Navy. Oh, Anderson misses the bunny. Isaiah. Now here's Jacobs, yes. The Marines by 13, looking for their first victory in this tournament in at least a couple of years. Not sure what went down in 2015. Anderson in and out again. Boy, it's hard not to get frustrated when you're missing those easy ones like that. Anderson getting back on defense, though, guarding Kanan. Lennon. Isaiah all alone, misses the 3. Sumter with the rebound. It's poked away, but Cider is there. And now a foul called on Isaiah. That'll be the 3rd on the Marines. 2 subs, 1 for each team. It'll be number 2 for Navy. That's Nehemiah Brady. And coming in for the Marines is number 12. That's Jordan Johnson. What happened there? Sumter might have stepped over the line. So Navy turns it over. Three is up and good from Kanan. And the Marines in control by 16. Hi to Barrington Gilbert, wanting to know where we are. We are in San Antonio, and yes, we are on Lackland. Sumter, double teamed. Got it to Snyder. Jones gives it back to him, and Snyder shuffles his feet and slams the ball in disgust with himself, not with the call. Mark Veazey coming into the game for Navy as Troy Snyder will come out. Joseph Rosenberger watching on the YouTube chat says, I'm from anyone who's behind, so he's rooting for Navy now, unless they take the lead. Strong move to the bucket by Moody. Couldn't get it to go. Extra possession for Johnson. It's been a lot of the little things. Oh boy, that is an ugly looking three ball. That an air ball out of bounds. It's been the little things today for the Marines, and that's what we talked about against Army yesterday. If you're the underdog, as the Marines are, it has to be those little things. It has to be the turnover battle. They're winning the turnover battle. They're winning the hustle plays. Marines will call for time. 13:09 left to go. We'll step aside. (60-44), the Marines by 16. How about the day for Montonio, Canaan? 22 points to lead all scorers on 9 of 13 shooting, 4 of 7 from behind the arc. Two other players for the Marines in double figures. Jacobs has 13 and Isaiah with 10. A much needed 3 for Navy there from Brady, who's come into the game. One player in double figures for Navy, Mark Veazey with 10 points, 8 for Akeem Anderson, and 8 for Deonte Jones, as well as Markel Delancey. Foul's going to be called here on Navy. That's their first. 3 team fouls for the Marines here with 12:39 left to go in the game. More subs coming in as Snyder returns for Navy. Making his first appearance today is Steven Cider. He wears number 10 for Navy. So Cider and Brady with Sumter, Snyder, and Veazey. That's the 5 for Navy, as that 3 by Isaiah missed. Isaiah and Moody in the backcourt with Canaan, and up front it's Jacobs and Johnson. That's the 5 for the Marines. Strong move to the bucket. Shot no good by Sumter, but tipped back up and in by Veazey. Quick couple of points. Navy trying to string some together, get on a run here as they trail by 11. Moody over to Jacobs, fakes the 3. Strong to the bucket, blocked, and he's called for the offensive foul. So negate the shot. That's 4 now on the Marines as they make another sub. Brian Baptiste returning for the Marines as Jacobs comes out. Sumter strong to the bucket, can't get it to go. It's not been his night. Johnson. Here's Isaiah for three. Yes! Did the Marines win at all in 2015 that you're aware of, Steve? Trying to find out. We know they went 0-7 last year. VZ with the answer for Navy. Navy's got to get some stops on the other end, though. Approaching 11 minutes left to go. Still plenty of time in this one, though. If you're a Navy fan, no need to panic. But if you're a Marines fan, you got to love the effort here tonight. Moody. Here's Baptiste, left side Kanan, and he's short on that three ball. Brady with the rebound. Left side, deep three, Snyder, got it to go. Just like that, it's single digits. Here's Moody. Approaching 10.5 left to go. Moody, Isaiah, top of the key three. Oh my, he is in his own world. 66-54. Sumter kicks it out. Brady, way too strong. Here comes Johnson. Try it again, young fella. Yes! On fire. Isaiah cannot be stopped. Sumter is fouled. That's going to be a foul on Moody, and that's team foul number 5 on the Marines. Coming back in is Kevin Alter. He'll replace Johnson. Derek Sumter, a disappointing night for him as he goes to the bench. And coming back in for him is Markel Delancey. Delancey into the forecourt. Cider, near side. Snyder, and again VZ. VZ's had a good day for Navy, using his size. 6'11" is Mark VZ, second tallest player in this tournament. Alter to Baptiste. Baptiste to the bucket, got it to go. It just so happens that I was in the locker room after the game yesterday when the Marines lost 97-59, and one of the things the coaching staff was saying to the team as I was walking out, I overheard them saying, you know, shots just weren't falling. That's not going to happen all the time. Paraphrasing a little bit, but you get the point. When you hit shots and you play hard defense, you've got a chance. 9:17 left to go. Navy certainly not out of it, though. But time starting to become a factor. Turnaround shot, no good by Delancey. The putback is up and in by Anderson. So Akeem Anderson comes back into the game, makes an immediate impact. Alter. Baptiste. Couple of pumps, unable to get it to go was Lennon. And then the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Marines. Derek Sumter. Deonte Jones back out there for Navy. Sean Stewart returning for the Marines. Jones into the forecourt. Jones, Anderson top of the key. Right side, Delancey. Delancey around two defenders. Extra pass, VZ. Got it and the foul. VZ was screaming for the foul. The official underneath the hoop did not make the call. It came from the side official over near us. So VZ goes to the line. First free throw today is good. And it's a 10-point game. It's the correct call, by the way. It should have been made underneath. Moody to the forecourt. Overall, the officials have done pretty well here in this tournament, though. There's been some clock issues over near us, but other than that, you can't complain. And it's rare for me to say that, believe me. I'm always complaining. Alter has got a 6'11" guy on him, trying to go around him, throws it up and in. Are you kidding me? Come on. Alter's 5'6". I got to tell you, folks, I love when the short people do well. I'm 5'5", so I know how it is. Alter gets the rebound off the miss from Jones. Isaiah, he was hot earlier. Couldn't get that one, but Moody chases down the rebound. So I was rooting for Houston. Love that. Jose Altuve. 5'2", or however tall he is. Alter lost the dribble. Steal by Anderson. Throws it full court. Sumter's got to try to save it. Can't do it. And Navy has been turnover prone here today. Timeout by Navy. Their bench looks dejected right now. So we will step aside. 7:17 left to go in this one. The Marines in control. So this is courtesy of Steve Denote. The Marines last won a game in 2014. There was no games in 2015 because of the Military World Games. So they went 0-7 last year. So technically their last win is back in 2014. They did win silver in 2012, which was the third tournament from this one. They didn't have a tournament in 2013 because of the shutdown as well. So there it is, one win since 2014 for the Marines. Looking to snap that losing streak. Alter gets it out to Moody. Updated stats, Navy still out shooting the Marines 46% to 44%. I don't know how that's possible. Mistake there from Alter as he throws it away. The turnovers, though, 17 for Navy, just 8 for the Marines. And the Marines, 13 out of 31 from behind the arc. Navy with just 7 on 18. So those are your updated stats. The leading scorer is still Montonio Canan. He's got 22 points. DeJuan Isaiah's caught fire here. 6 of 11 from behind the arc. 6 and 12 overall. He's got 19. 13 for Jacobs. 3 players in double figures for Navy. 19 for Veazey and 10 apiece for Snyder and Anderson. Oh boy. Sumter trying to get on the board with the free throw. He could not. That's the 8th team foul, by the way, on the Marines. So good news for Navy is they are in the bonus. They have to be aggressive on offense over this final 6.5. Losing the dribble was Moody, but scores and fouled. So Moody stays with it, able to recover. And the lead grows to 14. I believe the biggest lead tonight was 16. Snyder back out there. Troy Snyder, who played professionally in Australia back in 2015. Moody trying to complete the old school three-point play, and he does. 76-61. Delancey. Jones for three. Yes! Deonte Jones, 2 of 5 on the first game from behind the arc. And today, Jones is now 3 of 6. Sumter picking up his second. That's the third team foul on Navy, so they can stay aggressive over the last 6 minutes of this ball game. The Marines have led by double digits for most of the second half. Alter gets a screen, open look, buries the three. Alter. And the lead back to 15. Delancey over to Jones. Sumter. Gets it back out. Snyder. Now here's Jones. Off the back of the rim, no. Anderson, the putback, can't get it to go. Stewart pulls down the rebound for the Marines. Here's Alter into the forecourt. Navy and the Marines women will play next. Kanan, top of the key, 12 to shoot, just inside 5 minutes. Takes it right of the lane, missed it off the back. Here's Delancey. Goes to Jones. Sumter. Anderson, right of the lane, tried to bank it, but it's short and away from the ball. A foul is called. Alter called for the foul, so free throws now. Cider back out there for Navy, and Baptiste and Jacobs returning for the Marines. So it's still a 1-and-1. That was the 9th team foul on the Marines. Double bonus for Navy here on out, though. Snyder. He'll get another one. Snyder again, 2 out of 2. So the lead is 13, 79-66. Alter into the forecourt. Jacobs now, Kanan. Baptiste. Alter with 7 on the shot clock. Pull up 3 off the side of the glass, and Delancey with another rebound. Jones from downtown, too strong. Anderson the putback, no. And skying for it, Jacobs for the Marines. Alter into the forecourt. Kanan. Back to Alter, fakes the 3, and probably should have went up with it because he would have shoot 3 free throws. As it is, it's the 4th team foul now on Navy. Jacobs inbound it, Alter. Alter drives. The pass a little bit low. Gathering and scoring is Lennon. And things are starting to look real good for the Marines here with 3:40 remaining. The clock hasn't started yet, though. So Navy's getting some bonus time. They finally start it. There's Snyder from downtown, no good. And if you're the Marines with this big of a lead, I mean, run the clock a little bit. Alter floats it up. Yes, and the foul. What a game for the guards for the Marines. It's been Alter, Kanan, and Dewan Isaiah lighten up Navy. Two subs, William Sadiq Arthur checking in. Larry Okamina coming in for the first time as well, as Navy starts to wave the white flag here. Alter can't complete the three-point play. Okamina coming in. Here's Jones. Sadiq Arthur, and you got to be smart if you're Navy, and really if you're the Marines too. Once this game is out of reach, pulling your starters is not a bad idea. 7 games in 7 days. Give these guys some rest, as the foul committed. Lennon pulled down the rebound, and he's fouled over the back. Okamina pulling down, or picking up the foul. That's 16 fouls now on Navy. Jacobs on the reverse, yes. So the Marines on their way to a day 2 victory. Answering back is Jones. The Marines, who went winless last year, will likely get their first here today. Okamina picking up yet another foul. Neeson coming back into the game as Snyder goes to the bench, and Navy has pulled all of their starters, I believe, from this game. Alter now. It's a 1-and-1. Missed the front end, got the rebound, and he'll pull it back. Next up for Navy is Army tomorrow at 5 p.m., the old rivalry. The Marines will take on Air Force at 1. Oh boy, what a second half for Alter. Gotta love it. Sadiq Arthur, that pass is taken away. Out on the run, here's Jacobs, and he's wrapped up. Jacob Brown getting set to come on for the Marines. 1:50 left to go. Don't forget the ladies will play next. Navy and the Marines coming up here in just a little bit. Navy a heavy favorite in that one. First free throw up and good, and the lead grows to 20. Nehemiah Brady coming back into the game. And the Marines empty their bench. It's number 12, Sergeant Jordan Johnson, coming in. Number 2 for the first time in this tournament is Sergeant Ajwan Gaddison, And number 4, Sergeant Michael Morales checking in. He played briefly yesterday. And also number 20, Lance Corporal Jacob Brown for the Marines. So Navy's going to go to 0-2. They're going to be in the hole first, as that's going to be a foul, and Larry Okamina will go to shoot the free throws. Double bonus, so 2 free throws no matter what. These two teams will rematch on Sunday at 3 p.m., and that will be one of the more intriguing games on Sunday. Sean Stewart checking in for the Marines. Both free throws up and in. Moretti into the forecourt. Direction that was Gaddison, and Gaddison is fouled. So with 1:21 left to go, it looks like this one's safely in the hands of the Marines. So the Marines get their first victory since 2014 here in this tournament. Folks, we're going to cut the audio for the last 1:21 here in garbage time, so my voice doesn't completely go out on me. So once again, the Marines will go to 1-1. Navy 0-2. The Marines tomorrow at 1 against Air Force, and Navy tomorrow at 5 against Army.